Great to have a chance to talk with Hilton Head Island Mayor John McCann. Mr. Mayor, we have, through the last year, seen a town council very much together on continuing masking ordinances, no matter what kind of pressure was coming from the outside. 7-0, 7-0, 7-0. We just had a 4-3 vote, and it went the other way to lift the masking ordinance, to end it, to let it run out next Sunday. Your thoughts on why the kind of change and the split in the council?
Well, I was in favor, as you know, of keeping the ordinance on. I think the split in the council was representative of the split in the community.
Okay.
I think the community, a lot of people have been closed in for a while. They want to get out. They see the numbers getting better. And a lot of people like myself are worried about what happens when Memorial Day comes and college gets out and 4th of July comes and we get 1.5 million tourists along the way.
Yeah.
So I think their vote was representative of what the community was looking for.
Memorial Day is the one I think that's on your mind and my mind certainly.
That's right.
Maybe by the 4th of July we could have opened things up. I was a bit surprised though that the majority of the council went against even the recommendations of folks like our own hospital.
Yeah, I was surprised too.
Yeah.
That morning I believe we had the votes to do it, and sometime during the voting process it changed. You know, the thing now is that we have to keep continuing encouraging people to get the vaccination.
Yeah. Let's talk about that.
Sure.
It's pretty wide open. If you can't get a vaccination right now, you're not trying very hard.
That's right. And the last talk that I did for the town, we talked about, you know, if you don't want to get the vaccination because you're afraid of this or afraid of that, please contact us, and we have medical people that will answer all your questions. If there's any fear at all out there, you should be able to get that fear answered and the question answered for you. I mean, there's a greater demand now than ever before, because what we don't know is what we don't know.
Right.
And I'm concerned about people still keeping distances, still wearing their masks, still washing their hands. Nothing has changed for the year, but people think we're there, but we're not there.
Yeah. And one thing we should stress is that businesses still have the option, and many of the larger stores, part of big chains, are continuing that option to ask you and basically mandate you wear masks within their doors.
I think people are going to be surprised how many of the chain and the regular stores are going to continue the mask ordinance. And I think people are going to be pleasantly surprised, as to what number of people elect to wear the mask on their own, even when they're not in a big store and have to wear it all the way.
Yeah. It's working, isn't it?
Yes, it is. I would have hoped at the end of this, I've always talked about when we come out of this pandemic, things will be different. Well, I always thought they'd be more friendlier and happy, and people would be more congenial to each other. The people that were on the call, the appearance by citizens the other night, were just angry people on both sides. And I would have wished part of that anger would have went away with a year and a half of us being almost quarantined with the pandemic.
How do we fix that?
I don't know. I think it takes a lot more work, and it takes a lot more message out there. We live in a great place. We live with great people. Life is good here, and we should continue to make life good here by being nice to every person you meet every day. I mean, it's a one-on-one situation. People feel when they cross that bridge, they have a new life here, and they do. It's a new life with better civility. It's a new life with better, how can I help you along the way? We have to make it that way.
Yeah, and we should also realize how much better life is here than it has been in so many other places. And maybe we've just all been watching a whole lot too much media.
And you know, we've got a lot of tourists doing this whole thing, a lot of tourists. The villas have done very well. Hotels haven't done too well, but the villas have done very well. It's been semi-good for business. But the pandemic has its hood over everything. The regulars aren't going out to eat too easily.
No, that part we do indeed have to change. I want to talk about the future, spin things forward into the summer. When we come back, we're talking with Mayor John McCann here on the Hilton Head News.